Hey, what's happening, everyone? Today's guest on the podcast is Joe Grisaffi, a very talented Houston-based actor and filmmaker that I've known for a long while. In fact, I realized over the course of our conversation that we've been doing this for about the same amount of time. And he is someone I've collaborated with on a few different projects. He's in Psychic Experiment. He's also in In-Betweening. And then I am in his movie, LARS the Emo Kid. I make a cameo. And even if we're not directly involved with one another's things, we're maybe working on it behind the scenes, or he helps me with casting. He runs a casting company called Southwest Casting. It's very helpful. Or, just helping out where we can. Joe is currently in the middle of a crowdfunding campaign for his next feature called Slugger, which is about a murderous baseball player. You can check out info on that in the description below, and we talk about it coming up here in a few minutes. So, yeah, stick around, check it out. All right, guys, welcome again. I am here today with longtime friend and collaborator on many things, Joe Grisaffi.
Thanks, Mel. Thanks for having me. This is kind of exciting.
Thanks for being here. And we were just talking about this, but I was saying, like, we probably should just start at the beginning, do your origin story, because I'm kind of familiar, like where you sort of entered my sort of view is when you did Laughing Boy.
Right. I think we both kind of broke into the scene at the same time.
Okay,
without really knowing each other.
Exactly, yeah, because I remember seeing, just like I remember seeing ads in Indie Slate for it, I think, like for maybe casting or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. So even, it's like I'd see the title, because they would just rerun the ads.
Right, sure.
And then when it came out, I immediately was like, oh, I've been seeing that in this magazine forever. And then we ended up playing Bare Bones together.
That was fun when you brought that up recently.
Yeah, because I had forgotten.
Old screenshot. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I knew you played that festival, but I forgot that it was that same year that we did.
Right.
Because I don't think we were on the same days, and we were only there for a day or two.
I didn't even go.
Yeah, it didn't. That was the first film festival I ever went to, and so we were like, let's all drive and make it a thing.
Road trip.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was weird. It was a weird introduction to that world. But a fun. Now looking back on it now, I'm like, well, I kind of prefer it to be like that versus.
I can't wait to tell you my first film festival,
please.
Film festival memory. Nothing has ever matched that, and nothing ever will.
Go for it.
Okay,
dude. Yeah,
it was Laughing Boy.
Okay,
and it was the Durango Film Festival up in Colorado. They were brand new, and I submitted, got accepted. Okay, great. I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they paid for my flight there. They paid for my hotel there. The movie screened 3 times that week. The local cinema picked it up for a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to go snowboarding for the first time for free. I'm like, is this what I should expect from every film festival?
That's awesome. And then everything sort of pales in comparison.
Right. It's like, they're all exciting, but it's like, Durango.
Yeah. It's like,
let's do that again.
If only it could be Durango again. So was Laughing Boy, was that your first feature that you did on your own?
Yes.
Okay.
There was Death and a Salesman, the short.
Okay.
In 95, right out of college.
Okay.
And the reception to that was really good. And someone, I don't remember his name, but it was Slimeball Bolorama director.
Yeah. God, is that Fred Olen Ray? Maybe
I don't think so.
Andres Jones is in that movie, so I think about it a lot, but I never remember the director.
I think it was the director of that film that he watched Death and a Salesman and said, "You're ready to do a feature. You just need to do this 7 more times."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, great. Yeah, let's skip more shorts and go jump right into a feature."
Okay.
So I kind of say foolishly decided to make Laughing Boy. I had attended the short version of that $5,000 film workshop.
The Dove Simmons thing? Yeah.
Who would friend you on Facebook and spam you constantly.
Right.
So yeah, that was my goal.
Okay.
Find us a play that could take place in one room, and we could do it for $5,000. Whatever, how many reels of film that is.
Yeah.
Just long takes. And I remembered my friend George Douglas Lee, rest in peace, had a play for Laughing Boy that he had never produced. And I thought, okay, that was it's one room. And he said he was on board. He gave me the script, said do what I want with it, and we adapted it for the screen quite a bit. So we took it out of one room, put it in several rooms of the house, the backyard, the front yard, the miniature golf course that no longer exists. And I stubbornly set out to make this movie. I say stubbornly because it cost more than $5,000.
Of course, yeah.
And I'll never see that. It ended up spending about $45,000 on credit cards. That was what we did back then.
Yep.
Let's put it on our credit cards, pay it off when we make the money.
Yeah.
Never made the money. Managed to pay off my credit card selling all my video store stuff.
Right.
You know, I learned, you would probably appreciate this. I learned I had 20 Halloween posters from the video release of Halloween 4.
Okay.
Unknowingly, didn't know that was the first time the mask appeared on the poster, on the video release.
Yeah.
So I started selling those for $30, $40, $50 a pop and said, I could sell all my stuff and pay this debt down. So I managed to pay the $45,000 off in 2 years.
Okay, wow.
With collectibles.
Yeah. I can entirely relate. So, and if I'm not mistaken, Laughing Boy was shot on film, right?
We shot 16 millimeter.
16 millimeter,
I said, I'm going to shoot my first feature on film.
Yeah.
But the short was on film.
Yeah.
I had people trying to get me to do video and do that video look at the time.
Right, yeah.
Which I just couldn't bring myself to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to regret it if I don't shoot film. I'm young enough to the debt's going to be fine.
Right.
But I'll never get the chance to do this again. So we did it.
Yeah.
Really happy, that we shot on film because that experience is unlike anything people are experiencing now.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I did the same thing. Like I did a couple things on, shot on film because at the time when I was in school, that's what I learned on. But also that was pretty much all that was available until I started working at the Access station.
Right.
And then that stuff, like you said, like I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do the video and try to make it look like film thing. And at that time, that film look stuff was expensive too.
Oh, yeah, it was not cheap.
So it was cost prohibitive. So I'm like, you might have spent all that money. Why not just try to do it the old school way?
Right.
So you make so you shoot it on film. How did you edit it?
I edited it on an Avid, old Avid. My friend Bill Moore, who I don't know if you ever run across him.
No, I know the name. Yeah.
He let me borrow an old Avid, so I got really trial by fire thrown into the Avid world on this old machine, and felt pretty good about it. It wasn't a tough edit because there's no action sequences.
Right.
It's just people talking, just getting the timing right of the dialogue. Don't remember how long it took to edit. Shooting to finishing the movie was 2 years.
Okay.
So that you can kind of place where we shot the movie in 2 weeks plus a day at the miniature golf course. Malibu Castle Grand Prix. For those of you who were around then.
The one on 610 right by Northwest Mall? Yeah.
Kind of glad we shot there because it's destroyed now.
Right.
And we have the castle on film.
Yeah.
So I used this old Avid, and then John Grimion helped me do the final pass. I just did a time code edit.
Yeah.
And he matched it. John matched it on a better machine.
Okay.
And that was the editing process. Yeah.
Gotcha. So did you have whoever did the film processing? They transferred it to tape for you.
Yes.
Okay.
It was Kodak. I think it was Kodak in Dallas.
Okay. Yeah.
There were a lot of things that kind of fell into place. My dad was flying. My dad was in the car business at the time, and he was managing Houston dealerships and Dallas dealerships.
Okay.
So he was flying back and forth to from Houston to Dallas all the time on someone else's dollar. So I would just give him the film cans.
Yeah.
And he would go drop them off at the lab because it was like a block away from where he was staying.
Yeah, that is.
So it saved a lot of money in shipping.
Yeah, that is like a perfect setup.
Yeah.
Because that's where it gets you. Like you think you have the costs of everything figured out, and then you forget
the shipping,
little stuff. Yeah,
it was $125 a can. That was 11 minutes of film.
Yeah.
Then about the same to process it, and then shipping it. You'd have to overnight it.
Yeah.
So that was pretty pricey.
Yeah.
So it saved us quite a bit of money.
Gotcha. Okay, so you finish it, you post it, and was your premiere at the Durango Festival?
We premiered. Technically, the cast and crew premiere was at Rice Cinema.
Okay.
I don't recall where the actual festival premiere was, but Durango being such a great experience, that's the first one that stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how how long of a festival run did you do with it?
We did probably 2 years.
Okay.
It did really well
Yeah.
at the festivals at the time.
Uh-huh.
I think there was a lot less competition
Right.
at the time. One of the fun things about doing a film then it was pre-YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So YouTube did not exist, but
Right.
there were other video on the web sites.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put little clips on these sites where you had to mail a VHS to them to digitize it so they could put it online.
Yeah.
And we would be in they'd have top 10 lists, and we'd always be in the top 10.
Wow.
And I wish I had, I used to do screenshots and print them out. So somewhere I've got documents of this, being like number one on this particular site called Anti.
Okay.
So we were getting a lot of, it was relatively easy to get attention.
Right.
Because you weren't bumping into filmmakers every day.
Right.
It was, at the time, as an actor, we were lucky to get to audition for 3, maybe 4 independent films a year.
Right.
Because they were still shooting on film. They were cost prohibitive. And not everyone could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone had access.
Yeah.
A few years later, that changed.
Of course. Yeah. Definitely. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because we kind of, you sort of have been living parallel creative lives, because you also, like, we started talking about you as a filmmaker, but you've been an actor for just as long, if not longer, right?
Just a couple of years longer. I started acting in 92 or 93.
Now, initially, was that the only thing you wanted to do, and then you decided you wanted to make films as well, or did you start? You knew you wanted to make films, and then you're like, you know what? I'll start acting first, and then kind of get in there.
I went into it thinking I'm just going to be an actor.
Okay.
And then there was that wave of Kevin Smith, Robert Rodriguez at that time, Ed Brothers McMullen.
Yeah.
Where you see, okay, Robert Rodriguez didn't, but Kevin Smith, what's his name?
Ed Burns?
Ed Burns.
Yeah.
They were putting themselves in their own movie, and I thought, well, that's great, because now I have a little more control as an actor.
Yeah.
While I'm waiting to get any roles at all,
Yeah.
I can create something for myself.
Right.
Not that I intended to put myself in Laughing Boy at first.
Yeah.
But my thought then was, I auditioned a few people. Didn't love anybody. The one guy I wanted really thought would have been great had moved out of town. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, I'm going to show up every day, so I know the lead actor will be there.
Yeah.
And I didn't shoot it. It wasn't my DP. Hassan Naji was.
Okay.
So I trusted him explicitly, and so I didn't have that burden.
Right.
And of course, be on film, that would be a very poor choice.
Yeah.
To put myself in and be the DP.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do it.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess you could if you tell them what you want and then get the camera operator.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go there.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
So yes, I wanted to start as an actor. So that would be, I got my first role in an independent film in 93. Then it was not a very great experience. Mm-hmm. Then in 95, my friend Lonnie Reeves and we started collaborating as writers, the writing team. And we came up with the short Death and a Salesman, and I thought, okay, this is really funny. Let's do this. I'm going to take a chance at directing. Mm-hmm. And it was a great 2-day experience. And I thought, well, yeah, I can. And I got a lot of reaction to that, a lot of support from that. So I thought, I can do both.
Yep. Awesome. So on the acting side, at what point? Because you've been at some notable things, I would say. At what point did it sort of did that kind of take off for you?
Take off is kind of a. I hesitate to say take off.
You know what I mean?
But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It was a very long, slow process.
Okay.
I don't think I was a very confident actor when I started.
Okay.
You reach that point where you realize you just go into the room to audition and have fun, and you have no control over the situation. Either they like you or they don't, and there's so many reasons they won't like you.
Yeah.
And I remember a specific point where I got a lot more confident auditioning, and it was that point where I realized it's not that I don't care; it's that it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You go in and you do your thing, and it's out of your control. Whatever you can only control your performance.
Yeah.
How they see it is completely out of your control. Mm-hmm. But I have realized in more recent years, as I've aged, I've started to get a lot more opportunities and book a lot more.
Okay.
So I feel like it might have been that there was just a whole bunch of people at my type when I'm 30, early 40s.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in my 50s, I think a lot of them have
Yeah.
dropped out.
Yeah.
And I'm more confident when I walk. Now, it's not walking into the room anymore. It's just sitting in your living room taping your auditions now.
Right.
But I'm a lot more confident. And, of course, doing it yourself without being in the room, you can take all the time you want.
Exactly.
If your reader is patient enough to do that with you. So when I approach an audition and and it's just do it. Don't worry about how good you are. Or just get the lines right. I started booking a lot more. Yeah.
Okay.
But now I've aged into doctors and lawyers. It's like another doctor, great, and grandpas.
Yeah.
When I start getting grandpa, what? I don't see myself as that, but everyone looks younger these days.
Yeah. And scummy film sales representatives.
Oh, that's great. I love the scummy roles, and serial killers. And all that stuff.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah, on that the first time I saw you play an evil role was there. I was like, because you're such a cool, nice guy, but seeing you do, I was like, this makes it so much worse because he's so good at being bad. You know?
That might be the benefit, because when you got your stereotypical bad guys where you look at them,
right,
and you know right away that's the bad guy,
right,
the beady eyes, the hard face,
It's like the Robert Lasardo type,
like
a heavy. That guy's been in jail.
Robert Lasardo plays a good guy.
Yeah,
it's unexpected.
Yeah.
If someone like me plays a bad guy, it's unexpected.
Right.
You can ride that. Who is the bad guy until the reveal?
Right. Absolutely. So, coming back to Laughing Boy, I know you made VHS copies of it because I owned one. I think I still have it. What was the process of getting it out, or trying to get it out, or get it into stores? Did you manage to do that?
We were right at the beginning of the DVD.
Okay.
The DVD wave.
Yeah.
And there was my friend Scott was pushing me to do DVDs, and I had no idea what to do and how expensive it was. And I'm sure it wasn't cheap.
Right.
When it was beginning.
Yeah. At the time, for sure.
If I had done it, I think it would have been a lot more successful. Because his point was there's not a lot of titles.
Yeah.
People are buying these players, and they don't have a lot of movies to buy.
Right.
And he was right.
Yeah.
But for VHS, we did, I think we did 1,000 tapes. And I learned what a sub-distributor was.
Okay.
At that time, I had a distributor. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
But I met these guys that are sub-distributors who the distributor would have hired anyway. So I got to go directly to them and work directly with them, and they had to buy the tapes from me. It's not I'm giving them any rights.
Gotcha.
I had to create the product, and they would buy it from me.
Okay.
And we did 1,000. I think we did 1,000, maybe 2,000 tapes, and they sold them as a 2-pack. Sold quite a bit. I think I got stuck with like 300 out of 1,000, which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And then we ultimately did DVDs, and I am happy to say that we sold 30 DVDs to Netflix. So that kind of dates things too.
Yeah.
Netflix was doing the mail order.
Right.
They bought 30 DVDs at $8 a piece. That's what I got. They bought them at 10. The sub-distributor got 2.
Yeah.
I got 8.
Yeah.
So I made $240 off my Netflix deal. Because there were no residuals or anything.
Right. That's probably more than most people could say. So, after Laughing Boy, was the next thing you did, was Dead of Night the next thing?
Dead of Night was next.
The next feature.
Yes.
How long was space between there, and what's happening in between there?
We did Laughing Boy in '98, released it in 2000. And I spent a lot of time promoting it.
Yeah.
A lot of time. Going to the festivals, just literally here's an example. Alley Theater had an open house day. I volunteered a little bit for a couple hours, but I made some flyers.
Yeah.
So after that, I knew there'd be going to be a lot of artsy people in downtown at the Alley.
Right.
So I spent maybe 2 hours passing out flyers to random people downtown. It worked then because people were like, oh, a film.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and no short URLs, just long
thing
that they had to go sit and type if they were really interested.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time promoting it. Probably too much time. Now I know it's like shoot it, get it out there. You can promote while you're prepping your next movie. So Dead of Night, we went into production at 2007.
Okay.
So about 7 years. I couldn't do another movie on film.
Right.
That's just like cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
Now I've been there,
Yeah.
saw what it takes to get out of that debt, saw that the movie didn't really make any money.
Yeah.
I went to, I was in California at the time. I ran to LA with my movie.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm going to be famous.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit if I can say that here.
Yeah, you can. You absolutely can.
Giving out DVDs everywhere I could go, going to all the video stores, getting them into the stores myself.
Right.
So that was actually a very rewarding process.
I can imagine
walking
that
into
part
the
of it,
store
yeah.
saying, "Hey, I'm a filmmaker. Here's my movie. Would you buy a copy? I'll buy 3. How much? $10 a piece. Okay, sure. Here you go." And knowing that these stores in California were carrying it,
Right.
Us and the stores that bought them from the sub distributor.
Right.
So I spent some time in LA, ran out there. I'm an actor. I'm starring in my own movie. No one cared, ultimately. But I did go to a Fangoria convention in Burbank and saw these guys that were doing their shot on video movies.
Right, yeah.
Very cheap, very poor quality. The one guy I was talking to, can't remember his name. He said he sold 10,000 tapes
Yeah.
to the stores. And I was like, oh, and you spent how much? Oh, always less than $5,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's my new goal.
Yep.
I'm going to make one of these movies shot on video for less than $5,000.
Yeah.
Well, the perfectionist in me can't do that.
Yeah.
So I could not do the shot on video style where they're just wacky and it's just the scripts are bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I met Emilio Iasiello
Okay.
on a website called Inktip. You remember that?
Yep.
It may still be around.
Yeah.
And he gave me a script for a movie called Three Fingered Willie that he wrote, and it was really, really good. And we struck up a friendship. We've still never met in person, only talk online. And I said, here's what I want to do. I love Three Fingered Willie. It's bigger. It's much bigger than what I can do with a wine. What do you call it? Farm. Winery.
Oh yeah.
With and the harvest, he had this big scene with the harvester chasing people down. It's like not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I have this idea. I have this title, Dead of Night. It's basically a list movie, like Seven was, where the victims represent chivalric traits. That's what I've got.
Okay.
Can you do anything with that? Do you want to? And he said, sure. Let me give it a try.
Yeah.
So a couple of months later, he had a script, Dead of Night. I was like, this is actually much better than what I thought I would be doing. It's also much bigger.
Yeah.
With he wrote in. I said it's $5,000. Keep it within that. He didn't do that, which I'm glad he didn't because it was a nice challenge.
Yeah.
So he wrote the big Renaissance Festival scene. I'm like reading, going, oh my god.
Yeah.
What am I going to be able to do? But we did it. I said I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
We set out. We cast it. The casting process was another complete story. I wanted to use anime actors in live action so their fan base would and that kind of fell apart with one exception, my friend Tiffany Grant.
Okay.
So we started to put this movie together, and it wasn't easy at all, but we managed to keep it under $5,000 with, I don't know if you've seen it or if you remember it, but the Renaissance Festival, again, the miniature golf course was a recurring theme.
Yeah.
The college campuses. It does, while there are sacrifices, lots of sacrifices in the production value, it doesn't look like $5,000.
No, I would agree. Yeah. I have a DVD. I think you gave me a DVD. Of it.
Probably.
Yeah.
I gave everybody one.
Yeah. So and I would agree with you. Like you can't. I was surprised when you said, because I don't think we'd ever talked about how much it cost.
Right.
I was pretty surprised. I thought it would be at least double that.
I think the final total was $3,850. $3,850.
That's super impressive.
With the payoff, the compromise was 16 months.
Yeah, of course.
Production.
Yeah, that's kind of how you do it. So, you talking about it, doesn't sound like you thought initially, hey, there is a Renaissance Festival I haven't in. Let me write a story around that. You found that later.
I found that later.
Yeah. So that was a happy sort of.
That was a happy accident. Yeah. It kind of completely boosted my confidence as a producer.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had a problem solver.
Yeah.
We have this Renaissance Festival scene. It's what in the movie it consists of 3 elements now.
Yeah.
there's the SCA groups in town. You can find all these people who love to dress up, and they get excited to show off their clothes.
Right.
So that brought as many of them in as I could.
Yep.
We had a contact at Phobia Haunted House.
Yep.
So he let us use his parking lot.
Yeah.
2 days over a 2-day weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had to I had the space. I called a couple of friends to put the word out. Like, who has tents?
Yeah.
And so we found a friend that had a Renaissance Festival tent.
Okay.
So she was the hero tent. We kind of made shift sheets to the left and right of her hero tent. Gathered all these people. It's like 30 or 40 people each day. Most of them are dressed up. Some aren't. That's fine. And we, mostly close shots. Lots of passing in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Make it feel big.
Right.
Which I think worked really well.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if that was it, I thought, okay, that for a $5,000 movie, this is actually a lot of production value.
Yeah, I actually thought that you managed to go in and shoot some days where the festival's going on.
We did.
Okay, yeah.
We stole some shots from the actual Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, which also helped sell it.
Yeah, we did, knowing some legal stuff that I learned through the years.
Yeah.
Made sure we didn't see anyone's faces.
Yeah.
Don't have to get a release so you don't see their face.
Yeah.
We actually talked to the Renaissance Festival people about using the opening, the gates for our scene.
Yeah.
But there was bad weather around that time, and they didn't want us to stomp the mud.
Yeah.
But they were open to having us there.
Yeah.
Never felt like an excuse to get out of it. It made sense.
Yeah.
But Sarah Gass and I went to the Renaissance Festival. I had our camera, and fortunately, one of our friends, Mark Jones, who we shot the party scene at his house, he was playing Robin Hood that day. So we got to grab a shot of him doing lines to put us in the scene.
Yeah.
And then just random stuff of people walking around. So that was the second element of that scene.
Yeah.
The third element was a surprise. A friend had access to Richard Garriott's property.
Okay.
Lord British. The Ultimate Game Series.
Yeah.
And he had a festival on his property.
Oh, yeah, he's the guy who would do the crazy haunted houses.
Yes, which I never got to do. I'm so upset I never got to do that.
Yeah, okay.
So there was a Renaissance Festival event on his property, and we went there too as a backup, and they had a lot of fighting and horses too. So we got a lot of shots there without seeing anybody's faces.
Yeah.
You blend the three in editing. You set up with the fights.
Yeah, totally.
Mark at the actual Renaissance Festival. Then you cut close to ours. It blends really well.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
This whole time I've been thinking, this is some Mel House shit. I've been doing Joe Grisaffi shit this whole time. But yeah, that's exactly how we would, fake certain things. 'Cause that's how you make it work. And you maybe see it because but then anybody watching would be like, I never would have guessed.
Yeah, you cut back and forth.
Yeah, it's
to your actors, to the the fights, at the real thing, and you cut back to the actors.
Yeah.
It's a great editing illusion.
Yeah, for sure. And so at this point, you're shooting on digital video.
That was digital video, Canon XL2.
Okay.
So went from 16 millimeter film to digital video. When I showed some people who worked on Laughing Boy, they're like, "How did you afford the film?"
Oh, really? Wow.
It was dull enough to look like film, especially when you watch it on a CRT.
Yes.
I go back and watch it on a CRT TV. It looks spectacular.
Yeah.
Because you don't see the flaws that HD brings out.
Exactly.
When you watch that on that format.
Yeah. And at that point, remind me, did you edit?
Yes, I did a rough edit. Stig Daniels helped me finalize it. So I did a full edit on my own. Stig went back and fine-tuned it.
Okay.
Fixed my mistakes. I'm not a professional editor, so I didn't know the flow of it. So I would edit a few scenes, export them, then put that into the timeline, and add more scenes to it. So I couldn't go back and fix things.
Yes.
So Stig helped me with that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was fine.
Yeah.
When we couldn't fix it, it's like, that's actually okay.
Yeah. And that one, obviously you made DVDs because like I said, I have one. What else happened with that? Like, how else did it get out there?
It was DVD.
Okay.
Mostly. I don't think I did any festivals except maybe 2 or 3 submissions for that. It's like, I want to make this movie and get it out there.
Just get it out.
Don't wait. Yeah. Don't wait for the festival run and all that stuff. So there was some behind the scenes drama with that, which I'm fine talking about now. And we may have talked about this.
Yeah.
And this is a warning to other filmmakers when you have an eager actor that wants to finance your movie. So I had a guy that was going to pay, put in the $5,000, which is not a lot of money, but he started to go a little, and started to demand things, talk weird, want to make changes. And I said, I'm not up for this. I can afford this.
Yeah.
So I paid him back the $130-something he spent.
Yeah.
He took the check, but he sicked his lawyer on me.
Oh wow.
It was actually kind of terrifying. It's
Yeah.
like I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
So I got some advice. So I would, when I got a letter, I'd call my friend and say, okay, how do I reply to this? Or, this is what you say, and I'm sure the statute of limitations is over now, and he'd be crazy to come back because there's no money in the movie.
Yeah.
But it was.
Well, it's funny you should bring that up because coming in right now.
Robert.
But no, I know exactly what you mean because that stuff, the first time that sort of thing happened to me, it just, you do freak out. You're like, what the fuck, like, and then you just in your mind you playing out, just losing everything, going broke, like and you do,
It's someone I talked to a friend that worked at HPD that had access to files.
Yeah.
And he said you're dealing with a vexatious litigant.
Yeah.
He's done this before.
Right.
And so you got some work cut out for you.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he was pulling things saying he owns 33% of the IP. Anything I do, sequels and whatnot.
Right.
He's entitled to 33%.
Yeah.
For what? You took your money back.
Yeah.
I know that any lawyer would say you were made whole.
Yeah.
You cashed the check.
Yeah.
You're good. You're done.
Yeah.
But still, getting those letters, I know he tried to serve me, so I learned how to avoid that.
Yeah.
It's like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You are absolutely crazy. This is not worth what you're doing.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's unfortunate that, I guess these kind of people exist everywhere, but it seems like there's a preponderance of them that are drawn to the entertainment stuff. You know what I mean? Because I seem to encounter one on every movie almost in some weird way,
Yeah.
where you have to deal with stuff like that. And it's you don't need that on top of everything else, of course.
But I committed. My lawyer friend who was advising me said, "You really need to do this movie." I said, "Well, now it's like I have to. I have to fight through this. I can't let him win.
Right.
If I shut it down, he wins.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Because if there was no money to get.
Yeah.
So there was clearly vindictive.
Yeah.
A vindictive effort.
Yeah.
So we ultimately did DVDs. Had a great video stores were still around.
Yep.
So I was able to go do the Laughing Boy thing, go to the stores. I think a lot of times I just gave them the DVDs. So I just wanted it in your store. Anytime Sarah and I would travel, I'd bring a stack of DVDs with me and map out where the video stores were.
Yeah, okay.
We'd visit Los Angeles, hit up all the stores that were still around, took pictures. The Saturday Matinee store in Los Angeles, if it's still around, they probably still have it.
Yeah.
Because they were like an incredible library, had an incredible library of films.
Yeah.
One thing that did evolve from Dead of Night is the video game.
Okay. Yes, I remember.
We
this,
did.
Yeah.
I met Jason Shellhorn.
Yeah.
Jason Santucci. He was going by at the time.
Yeah.
Online, and he was an up and coming Atari programmer, and I met him on the Atari Age forum, and I said I kind of wanted. It's kind of been a childhood dream.
Yeah.
To be a video game designer, because that's what when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Grow up and design video games, but there was no path to that.
Right.
So Jason said he would do it, and we made this game, Dead of Night. It's like, oh, great. I've got a game. Well, it turned into doing one for Conjoined, doing one for Laughing Boy. That should Dead of Night, the collector's edition should get released this year, as long as the Laughing Boy game. The Dead of Night game was discovered by a programmer in Germany who ported it to the Vectrex.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you remember that system.
Yeah.
He did a limited edition of 50 copies. Actually, there's a chat that just came up on one of the Vectrex sites this week about Dead of Night. It pops up every now and then because people are learning about it but can't get it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So it fulfilled, Dead of Night fulfilled the childhood dream of having a video game that I actually got to design. Even though I didn't program it, I got to say, this is how this happens, and the sequence of events, the gameplay.
Sure. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
And it was for Atari.
It was for the Atari 2600.
Yeah.
It exists, and we're going to release it again in physical format. So it will play on the actual 70s system. But if you have a new VCS, the new Atari VCS, you can download it from the Atari site.
Oh man,
which is kind of cool
awesome.
too.
yeah, that's really cool. It lives on.
Yes.
Okay, so Dead of Night, and then is Conjoined after that?
Conjoined was released before Lars the Emo Kid.
Okay.
But we did Lars the Emo Kid first.
Lars, okay, yeah, because that makes more sense in my head. Because for those that don't know, I'm actually in Lars the Emo
Yes,
Kid.
and it's a great opening cameo too. It's really funny.
I'm gonna play a clip right now.
Okay, go ahead.
So how much space is there between Dead of Night and Lars?
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
It was much quicker.
Okay.
We were prepared to do Slugger next.
Okay.
Slugger, we had the script. We're ready to go right into Slugger because it's in the Dead of Night universe.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it.
Yeah,
back then. Yeah.
Sarah and Dan as the detectives, Dan Braverman,
Yes.
are going to come back as the detectives in Slugger. But I met Paxton Gilmore on a short film set about that time.
Okay.
Probably 2008 or 2009.
Okay.
He was just a young kid. I think he was 17 or 18 at the time. As a PA, just helping out. He was very nice, very fun. Didn't strike me as this creative genius that he turned out to be.
Yeah.
We were just having a casual conversation. He goes, I made a short film. It's on YouTube. It's called Lars the Emo Kid. If you check it out if you want.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me. I said, okay. But a couple days later, I thought, let me check this out.
Uh-huh.
I watched that thing like 20 times in a row. He said he was 16 when he made it.
Yeah.
And it was just clearly, he was everything.
Yeah.
He was two roles. He was the director. He was the cameraman. He edited it. He's just walking around his house being this emo kid.
Yeah.
Contemplating the meaning of life.
Right.
And I just thought, this is really funny. And it had like almost 1.5 million views.
Wow.
It had gone viral
Yeah.
with that age group.
Yeah.
Not long before I saw it. And I hesitated, but I called him up one day and said, hey, your short film is really, really good. I find it very entertaining. I laugh out loud every time I watch it. Mm-hmm. And if you are interested, and if you can write a feature-length screenplay based on that character, and I like it,
Yeah.
I'll stop whatever I'm doing, and we'll make your movie. He said, okay, great. Didn't hear from him for 7-8 months. Finally called, hey, I got a script. I just emailed it to you. I stopped and read it right away. I said, holy crap, this is really good.
Yeah.
But I had to question myself. Am I just excited to do another movie?
Right.
Or is it really good? So
Yeah.
I sent it to Sarah. I said, read this as soon as you can. And I think her response was, Joe, you need to do this movie. This is really good. So we set out to make Lars.
Yeah.
In the same way as Dead of Night, it's like, I don't have a budget. Just going to see who's willing to help me basically for free. And surprisingly, a lot of people stepped up and wanted to help.
Yeah.
Yourself included. Thank you.
Of course.
And so I didn't have a budget, but I said, I got it. I'm going to see if I can pull this production part in for under $2,000. So that was my challenge.
Yeah.
Even bigger movie than Dead of Night.
Yeah.
Fortunately, no real special effects or anything, so it was just people. So I thought I can do this, but I can't do it fast.
Yeah.
So I think Lars took 14 months to get through. In that time, I had my heart problem.
Yes.
That was so it almost shut the whole thing down. But I fought through it, got better, had like 4 or 5 more days to shoot after that incident, and we got it done. And I couldn't be prouder of that movie.
It's very good.
If I told myself, if I don't ever get to make another movie, this is fine.
Yeah.
I'm going away with Lars, going out with Lars, and be really happy with that.
Yeah.
Before we finished post-production of Lars, I had the chance to do Conjoined.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I said, okay, I got to stop post on Lars, which was taking a while because I had to reassess my plan, because the plan with Lars was I'm going to do all the posts myself.
Okay.
Going to edit, going to do the sound mix, going to learn how to do special effects, because we had a few things to hide and add. Nothing crazy. I got sick, realized can't do that.
Yeah.
So Got some other people on board. Realized okay. It cost me another $10,000 to finish.
Yeah.
But that was a 5.1 sound mix
Yeah.
from Christopher Bork. That was getting Agent Orange in the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Which was not. It wasn't surprisingly affordable.
Yeah.
It was $2,000.
Yeah.
To get 60 seconds of Bloodstains.
Yeah. That's
which
not
is like
bad.
that's. When I was introduced to that song in high school, I knew there was something was going to happen with that song. When I had the opportunity, it's like, here's my $2,000.
Yeah.
This is full circle for me.
Yeah.
So it ultimately cost $12,000 to do Lars.
Mm-hmm.
Post production was paused to do Conjoined, which was my effort to fix everything that I had a problem with in the past. Meaning, don't be a perfectionist.
Okay.
Get it done quickly, and it is what it is.
Gotcha.
So I said I got the team on board. Everyone was great. One of the catches to working on Conjoined was you cannot say a word about this until it's finished, which I'll come back to in a minute.
Okay.
Because that was like a really great decision.
Yeah.
We shot Conjoined in 9 days for the whole process was less than $2,000. So it's like, okay. And it was, this time I set a date. I think it was like October 13th or 14th of 2013.
Okay.
And I said, whatever condition the movie is in on that date, that's what the world gets.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not going to stress about this. I'm not going to take 3 or 4 years to finish a movie anymore.
Yeah.
So I worked fast, did some edits, lots of problem in the edits, but I also knew that's going to be part of the fun. Is when you catch a crew member on camera, like
Right. Yeah.
So it was in and out.
Yeah.
Now here's where the not letting the actors talk about it. When I didn't talk about it either. Mm-hmm. I was working on a really crappy poster.
Yeah.
Which turned out to be really effective for the movie. Like it wanted wanted the whole thing to be like a drive-in experience.
Right.
I didn't do this, but I wanted to put shaky film, burn, scratches in it.
Right,
So
right.
it doesn't need that, no time.
Yeah.
So but it still had those editing flaws where, we shot one scene over 2 different days, and I forget which side of the line. I put the camera on, I crossed the line. I was like, crap, cross the line. Flip the image. Nobody notices, but Tom Long's mole on his nose, switches sides. The letters in the background are backwards. But then later, Student Bodies was one of my favorite films from that era, growing up in the 80s. And it came on TV one day. They did the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
In the classroom scene, I think kid's wearing a Coors shirt that's backwards.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, this is something that's done.
Yeah, for sure.
And we did it as a joke that no one noticed. It was like, that's even better. Going back to asking the actors to not talk about it, they were all very respectful of that. They probably all thought too, like, is this going to be a piece of crap that I don't want anyone to know about?
Yeah.
So I was working on a poster. One day I posted the poster on Facebook. Hey, what do you think of this poster? Oh, this looks great. When are you going to make the movie? Oh, it's done.
Yeah. That's the best.
And then what happened was for like 5 years, it was still new.
Yeah.
Instead of people being worn out about us talking about it up front for years.
Yes.
I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this. Oh, here we are making this. Or maybe never got made.
Yeah.
Well, suddenly it had this long life.
Yeah.
Because it was brand new to everybody. Other than the 12 people that worked on it.
Right.
It was new. It was completely fresh. And it went kind of bonkers for a small movie that I've done.
Yeah.
It was, the reception that movie got was kind of crazy. In my experience, I know there's been much bigger movies, but in my limited experience, it was like, what's happening with this?
Yeah.
It's getting seen all over the world.
Right.
It's getting into, I don't think we did festivals. We just released it right away. And
I was going to ask what the release plan was, what you guys did.
We had DVDs at the premiere.
Okay. Yeah.
So we started selling DVDs quickly. People were buying them. People all over the world. I started a chart. Pinning every state in the U.S. that I sold one to. I think we almost got all 50.
Yeah.
And I think we even got Alaska. So that was an unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
And then we got the video game. Jason had done Dead of Night and Laughing Boy. I said, let's see if I can come up with something for this. And we did.
Yeah.
And we sold out 50 boxed copies quickly. Yeah. And they all got a copy of the movie. And we're going to re-release an unlimited edition with just the cartridge probably in May.
Awesome.
So that was an unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
Doing Conjoined, and it just felt smart.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of people didn't get the joke of the being low budget bad.
Right.
Literally one location at Bob Willem's studio.
Yeah.
The office, the hallway, the stage where we just move the flats around, and then the alley for 9 days and done. Some days as short as 6 hours.
Yeah.
A 5-page scene done in 2 hours.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. And the best part is you're handling the distribution of all of it.
Yeah, I said I'm not
everything. Yeah, that's the great.
Since then, some distributors have picked it up
Right,
after
yeah.
it was proven.
Yeah.
And I said I'm keeping the rights to do whatever
Yeah.
I want with it.
Yeah.
You can do what you want, but I'm still doing whatever I want. And they were all okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the only movie that made its money back, too.
Very impressive. So yeah, and does that brings us up to Slugger, I think, right? That's that.
Yeah, Laughing Boy, Dead of Night, Conjoined, Lars. Yeah.
Okay. So what between Conjoined between the last film and Slugger, like what's been going on?
A lot. So we released Conjoined in 2013, Lars in 2015, and I did spend a lot of time with both of those, promoting them, because I thought these are two back-to-back good movies, that I can be proud of, and they're completely different,
right?
So it was fun.
Awesome. Yeah,
it was fun. Getting Conjoined into stores, doing the same thing. Now we travel and we have 3 movies.
Yeah,
I ended up asking a lot of my friends who had movies sitting around saying, hey, send me DVDs. I'll take 10 movies to every store. So for a while, we were getting a bunch of Houston films in video stores. Just by walking in, saying, guys, don't want anything for this, but just want to see them on the shelf, take a picture when they're on the shelf. And they did all that. And it was fun. That was just a short time, though.
Yeah.
Because it ran out of filmmakers who wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Which I didn't quite understand, other than the financial part of it. It's like, I'm just going to give them away, but they're going to be in stores.
Yeah.
It's surprising that several filmmakers didn't want to do that.
It is weird.
Yeah. So between 2015, when we premiered Lars, and now, it's kind of, I know this feeling, just kind of worn out.
Yes,
I started to feel beat down.
Yeah.
Not being able to trust distributors, other filmmakers, just kind of, just like you're over it.
Yeah.
The attitude you get, and we've both experienced it, probably in the same
the same world,
same world, the same era, the same time frame.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is it worth it?
Yeah, 100%.
I love the creative process, but they're not generating enough money to justify continuing to do it this way. So I stepped back, acted and got some great roles in some films in that time. Yeah. Okay, this is fun. I'm content. We did Joe Returns a Video in 2018.
Yep.
I wrote that myself, so that was very rewarding, and I got to act in it without having to direct it.
Yeah.
Although I did direct some of the other actors. Rob Nielsen ran the show. Mm-hmm. That did really well.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of praise for that. Then we did The Word shortly after that.
Yep.
If you're familiar with that.
Yep.
Sometime in there was Josh Vargas's In a Madman's World.
Yes.
Which, even though the movie didn't get completely finished, still a great experience.
Yeah.
What that movie did, not just as a creative project, but discovering that, being part of the legend of the crimes now. It's in the lore.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff going on, and it was kind of relieving to not have to be in charge of it. But then there's also the life stuff, in fact, today, I didn't realize how hard it would hit me when I lost my dog, Zoe, in today's 5-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
And so I woke up this morning going, oh boy, this is the day. So
I can relate, because when we were just to similar thing, like when we were in post on Mystery Spot, and it was already becoming kind of a nightmare for a lot of the reasons you just mentioned, and I was told that I needed to have 2 days where I had to sit there and edit with someone over my shoulder, essentially.
Yeah.
It won't even, but the first day was when our cat Kincaid decided to to die. And you know, he was having it like he just kind of went downhill fast. And we were at the vet. He was at the vet, and Melanie calls me, and was like, "Hey, you know, I understand if you can't make it, but he's not going to be around, you know." And so I was like, I got to. And so that they just waited in their car for me to go to the vet and say goodbye to my cat and come back and just keep making these stupid cuts, which I guess they'd come in from California. So I guess what else are you going to do? But it's like I couldn't even sit in it, you know?
Right.
And then I had to deal with all this other anxiety and stress. And then later it hits me. All of it together, you know.
Yeah, I can see it's delayed.
Yeah,
because of your work.
Yeah, so that's
probably even harder.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like. I get what you're saying about stuff like that, because there have been a few instances like that. It maybe not as extreme as losing a pet or something like that, but just like some sort of bad thing happens, and you can't really. All this other stuff is happening. You can't sit with it.
Right.
You know, so it's all and it weirdly becomes tied up with the whole experience.
Right.
So it's. People ask why I don't sit in the theater and watch stuff of mine. A lot of it is because of stuff like that. Because all I can think about is not this, but
whatever was behind the scenes stuff.
What's happening when this was being made.
Right.
So I get it. Is what I'm saying.
I know you do, and thank you. So it was what that, you know, this probably I think this is the first time I talk about it publicly. What that did was I kind of spiraled into a depression, and realizing, it wasn't. She was the trigger, but I was dealing with that before.
Right. Yes. And
just having to, you know, deal with that. Like, wow, I never thought of me as a depressed person, but this stuff is real.
Absolutely.
I function when I have to, for this short time. Function when I have to, but if don't have to do anything, I just shut down.
Yeah.
And there were highlights like Joe Returns a Video was in that time.
Yeah.
You know, there was promoting it during that time.
Yeah.
And it's like there's these highs, extreme highs and lows for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And it was just a challenge to deal with that.
Yeah.
Got on meds, you know, saw a doctor, saw a therapist, saw a doctor, got on some meds. Night and day.
Yeah.
Completely night and day.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah. And then it took a while to, you know, with Sarah's push, which I'm grateful for. It's just like, you need to start doing this again. It's like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. And then the trigger for Slugger now was Emilio, the writer, Dead of Night. He also wrote Slugger. Emilio Iasiello. He said, hey, look, you want to readdress Slugger? I can come up with some money if we have to. I think he said like $5,000. And I said, okay, you know what? If you're willing to do that, I'll match that. But let me crowdfund it to see if we even need to do that.
Yeah.
So what Slugger has done, whether the thing becomes successful or not, it's lit that spark.
Yeah.
If the Kickstarter makes, great, we're going to make this movie however we can.
Right.
If we meet our goal, that's the most money I've ever had to start with.
Yeah.
The goal's $25,000. You know, that would net us what, like 21, 22.
Yeah.
After fees and production of the perks.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's more than I've ever had to start with. This movie is not going to finish this movie, but it's going to get us through probably 75% of it. If we just shoot the dialogue stuff, and then figure out how to do the effects stuff later, the stadium stuff later. So again, it's going to be probably be in 3 waves at that point, but it's not going to take a year to shoot. It's going to be 2 weeks, a week, 3 days. And we can raise a little after the movie starts and we can show people what we're doing. It would be easy to go back and do another Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And say, because you've done that a couple times, right?
Yeah.
Production, post, whatever you needed to do.
Right.
This is my first complete Kickstarter campaign, so I'm probably working harder than I should, but I know it's hard work.
Yeah.
There's things I'm trying, a lot of experimenting here. The one thing I haven't done yet, which I know everyone's pushes you to do, is start bugging everybody you know personally.
Yeah.
I tried to avoid that.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
We're 52% funded without doing that.
Yeah.
But I see, okay, now we've had a lull for a few days.
Yeah.
It's probably time to start nudging people.
Yeah.
Say, hey, $10.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, it's a lot of work, which is why I don't. I only finally did it for 30 to 45, I guess, and then that one failed, so it put me off of it. And I was like, ugh.
That's right.
And then I got the grant for In Betweening, which sort of changed things. And then when we needed posts, I'm like, well, I'll try it, and that one was successful.
Right.
But I also still, I got a job at the Renfest to bring back the Renfest just to have a little extra, because just to make sure I paid the animators enough, because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot in your movie.
Yeah, and I didn't want to ask our sound mixer to take less because we've worked with him so many times, and it's worth it, So, but we were able to finally pull it off. So, I'm glad that yours is successful so far. And I'll put a link. There's a link in the description if you want to help.
Cool,
Slugger.
thanks.
Yeah. So when it's over, so let's say the campaign ends, you get everything you want. What's the plan from there? Like, when are you looking at shooting?
I would love to shoot it in November.
Okay.
With the weather, there's a lot of outdoor stuff, so
Yeah.
November would be ideal.
Yeah.
I think we can pull it. I'll have a little bit of money to have some support.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I'll have to do everything myself.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to hire someone, that's new.
Yeah.
That wants, locations.
Right.
I don't have much. I can give you a stipend.
Yeah.
And give you the credit.
Yeah.
And put your name everywhere we can.
Yeah.
That's just probably going to be some of that.
Yeah.
It's probably not even minimum wage, but more than I've been able to provide in the past.
Yeah.
And I've already got someone who wants to be my casting director, and I told her, here's the deal. We're barely going to have enough money to have support, but it'll be her first credit, and it's casting is gathering auditions.
Yeah.
And I get to make the call. Mm-hmm. So that's not. It's hard work in the sense that it takes a long time. It's not, now that everything's digital, it's not terribly hard. There goes my stomach. November is ideal. I'm telling people, November 2027 is when I'd like to have it finished.
Gotcha.
That's when I'm promising the perks on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the perks exist now.
Yeah.
Which I'm really happy with. So there's people who are going to get their perks in May. Right away if we're successful.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really happy with the progress it's made.
Yeah.
I expected the lull that we're in as we talk right
that's how
now.
it goes. Yeah.
There's 15 days left as we're talking
As we're
now.
recording, yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'm fingers crossed that spike at the end happens.
Yeah.
I watched a couple of people who were running their Kickstarters at the same time, and they got that last minute spike. However, they did it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the same thing happens for me.
Yes, let's hope so. So you mentioned casting. Are there any roles are there any people you have in mind for roles already, or are you just doing a casting call for the whole thing and just going to see?
There are some people in mind, and I'm holding off some roles for possible cameos.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
we're bringing back Sarah Gaston and Dan Braverman.
Yeah, you mentioned. I just thought of that when I said that.
Tiffany
You said
Grant's
Sarah,
coming
yeah.
back.
Okay.
Those are the only three that are locked.
Okay.
Given that the core players are in their 20s, I'll probably have to have extensive auditions because who I think is 20 now is actually 40.
Yeah, I've run into that too.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Paxton could do it. Wait, he's in his 30s now.
Yeah.
So and two, I don't want to use photo doubles for the pitcher and the batter.
Gotcha.
I want the batter can be a non-actor because he doesn't say very much.
Yeah.
What he does say is like at a media day at something they would have experienced.
Yeah.
And that the form of the batter is critical.
Yeah.
It could totally take us out.
100%.
If
Yeah.
it does, they don't look like they can hit home runs.
Yeah.
And the pitcher, the lead actor is a pitcher who in the big face-off has to look like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because it's written as the big game could be his big break. This
Right.
is the one that could take him to the show.
So you got to believe.
You've got to totally buy into
Yeah.
it. If we get to film in Kilgore, the stadium, Driller Park in Kilgore, we already made contact with them.
Yeah.
And they're open to the discussion of it, even though there's never been a movie filmed there before. The stadium was built in 1947. It's like absolutely perfect for a small town minor league scenario.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of minor league teams out there that we could probably get to fill with actual players for the media day, the practice day. But I want to hold off on casting some of the smaller roles and try to get former Major League Baseball players.
Yeah.
I did have a conversation with ex-Astro Joe Sambito a few weeks ago, who made it to the World Series with the Red Sox. He pitched in the '86 series that Bill Buckner missed the ball.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a relatively famous
Yeah.
series. He wasn't on the mound when that happened, but he pitched in that series.
Yeah.
So we're making contact
Yeah.
with people and from that world who might be excited, might come on board. But I could easily fill it with actors that I know.
Yeah.
The coaches and the older players and whatnot. So the challenge will be in finding these 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's historically been my challenge for me too.
We forget that everyone we've worked with ages with us.
Yeah. I'm like, no, they can do it. No, they can't. Well, cool, man. Well, I hope it is successful. I will definitely do my part to help get the word out, throw some money in. Like I said, there's a link in the description. Slugger, the crowdfunding campaign is going on now as we release this.
The campaign officially ends May 1st.
May 1st is the last day.
But, of course, if we make our goal, we can extend that.
Okay. Well, yeah, keep an eye out for it, guys. Joe, thank you so much for being here with me.
This was great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad we got a chance to sit down and chat. Any final thoughts?
I am grateful to have you as a friend. You know?
Thank you, sir. And again, that's another thing. As you get older, you start to realize those kinds of things too.
Yeah.
You know, and it's important, especially with we share these experiences, the things we've done with the things we've gone through. It is very important.
We've good and bad. We've had similar timelines.
Yeah,
I haven't
totally.
had some of the stories that you have to share. We'll catch up on that.
Yeah,
next week.
for sure. Oh yeah, do you want to pitch your show? So
I recently was asked to do a little show on Houston Media Source, Houston Public Access. Mel's going to be our fourth guest. We do it once a month, so if you have access to public access TV, you can probably catch us in reruns.
Yeah.
We'll do it live, and we'll catch up on a lot of your background.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
It's called Houston Indie Film Report.
Houston Indie Film Report. Well, thanks so much, Joe.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody watching, like I said, look out for Slugger. Check the link in the description.